American golfers think they know the rules, but most of us are playing with completely wrong ideas about how golf actually works. From what you can do in bunkers to when you can move your ball, there are rules that almost everyone gets wrong. Not because they're trying to cheat, but because they've been taught incorrectly or the rules have changed. In this video, I'm breaking down America's most misunderstood golf rules, the ones that cause arguments, cost strokes, and make you look foolish when you finally learn the truth. Let's clear up the confusion and get these rules straight once and for all. Rule number 10. You can ground your club in penalty areas. Most American golfers still think you can't touch the ground in any water hazard, but this rule changed in 2019 and almost nobody knows it. The misunderstanding: golfers think that if their ball is in a penalty area, red or yellow stakes, they must hover their club above the ground like it's a bunker. The truth: since 2019, you can ground your club in penalty areas, take practice swings that touch the ground or water, and remove loose impediments like leaves or sticks. Penalty areas are no longer treated like the old water hazards. Why it's misunderstood: the old water hazard rule was drilled into golfers' heads for decades. Many golfers haven't updated their knowledge since the 2019 rule changes. What you should do: if you decide to play your ball from a penalty area, ground your club normally. Just remember that bunkers still have restrictions. Don't confuse the two. Rule number 9. Embedded ball relief is everywhere now. American golfers think you only get relief for embedded balls in the fairway, but the rule changed in 2019 to include the entire general area. The misunderstanding: golfers believe they only get free relief if their ball is embedded in closely mown areas like the fairway or fringe. The truth: since 2019, you get free relief for an embedded ball anywhere in the general area through the green, including the rough. If your ball is embedded in its own pitch mark, you can drop within one club length of the spot directly behind where it was embedded. Why it's misunderstood: the old rule was very restrictive, and many golfers haven't learned about the 2019 change that made relief much more generous. What you should do: if your ball plugs in the rough, take free relief. You're entitled to it. This doesn't apply in bunkers or penalty areas, only in the general area. Rule number 8. You can fix spike marks on your line. Most American golfers think you can never touch your line of putt, but the 2019 rules changes made this much more permissive. The misunderstanding: golfers believe that touching your line of putt for any reason is a penalty, so they put over spike marks and other damage. The truth: since 2019, you can repair almost any damage on your line, including spike marks, ball marks, and even animal damage. You can also remove loose impediments like sand and leaves from your line. Why it's misunderstood: the old rule was very strict about not touching your line. Many golfers still follow the old rule because they don't know it changed. What you should do: feel free to fix spike marks and remove sand from your line. It's completely legal. Just don't improve your line by pressing down bumps that aren't damage. Rule number 7. Advice versus information. American golfers constantly break the advice rule without realizing it, asking questions that result in two-stroke penalties. The misunderstanding: golfers think it's fine to ask "what club did you hit?" after someone hits a good shot. The truth: asking what club someone used is asking for advice, which is a two-stroke penalty in stroke play or loss of hole in match play. You can only ask for advice from your partner or caddy. Why it's misunderstood: it seems harmless and happens constantly in casual golf. Most golfers don't realize it's against the rules. What you should do: ask "how far did you have?" instead of "what club did you hit?" Distance is public information. Club selection is advice. Rule number 6. You can remove loose impediments in bunkers. American golfers think you can't touch anything in a bunker, but the 2019 rules changes made bunkers more player-friendly. The misunderstanding: golfers believe they can't remove leaves, twigs, or other loose impediments from bunkers. The truth: since 2019, you can remove loose impediments from bunkers. You can also touch the sand incidentally, like when entering or leaving the bunker or when stumbling. Why it's misunderstood: the old bunker rules were very restrictive. Many golfers still follow the old rules and don't take advantage of what's now allowed. What you should do: remove leaves and twigs from bunkers. It's legal. Just don't deliberately test the sand. Touch it with your club in a practice swing or backswing, or touch it right in front of or behind your ball. Rule number 5. Accidentally moving your ball on the green. American golfers think any ball movement on the green is a penalty, but the rules are actually very forgiving here. The misunderstanding. Golfers believe that if they accidentally move their ball while marking it or reading their putt, they get a one-stroke penalty. The truth. If you accidentally move your ball on the putting green, there's no penalty. You simply replace it. This applies whether you knock it with your putter, step on it, or it moves while you're repairing a ball mark nearby. Why it's misunderstood. The rule used to carry a one-stroke penalty before 2017. Many golfers still think the old rule applies. What you should do. If you accidentally move your ball on the green, just replace it with no penalty. Don't stress about it. Rule number 4. Relief from obstructions requires interference. American golfers think they get relief whenever an obstruction is in their line, but that's not how the rule works. The misunderstanding. Golfers believe they get free relief from cart paths, sprinkler heads, or other obstructions if these objects are anywhere near their ball or in their line. The truth. You only get free relief if an immovable obstruction interferes with your stance or swing, not just your line. If a sprinkler head is on your line but you can take your stance and swing normally, you don't get relief. Why it's misunderstood. Golfers want relief when obstructions are in their way, so they assume the rules allow it. But in your line doesn't qualify for relief. What you should do. Only take relief if the obstruction physically interferes with your stance or swing. If it's just in your line, play around it. Mid-video call to action. If you're realizing you've been playing by rules that don't exist, you're not alone. Most American golfers have these same misunderstandings. Hit that subscribe button right now and tap the bell icon so you don't miss future videos that clear up rules confusion and help you play golf correctly. I'm committed to giving you accurate rules, information that actually helps your game. Drop a comment below, telling me which misunderstood rule surprised you most. I read every comment and want to hear what you've been getting wrong. Now let's cover the remaining most misunderstood rules. Rule number 3. Provisional ball procedure. American golfers constantly mess up provisional balls, either not announcing them properly or playing them incorrectly. The misunderstanding. Golfers think they can just hit another ball without saying anything, or they think they can play a provisional after finding their original ball. The truth, you must clearly announce "I'm hitting a provisional" before hitting the ball. If you don't announce it, your second ball becomes your ball in play under stroke and distance penalty. Once you find your original ball in a playable position, you must play it and abandon the provisional. Why it's misunderstood. In casual golf, people just hit another ball without the formality of announcing it, but in any competition, the announcement is mandatory. What you should do. Always clearly state, "I'm hitting a provisional" before hitting. If you find your original ball, you must play it unless it's in a penalty area or unplayable. Rule number 2. Lost ball and out of bounds. American golfers almost never follow the actual lost ball and out of bounds rules using a gallery rule that doesn't exist in the official rules. The misunderstanding. Golfers think they can drop a ball near where it was lost or went out of bounds, add one penalty stroke, and play on. The truth. The official rule for lost balls and out of bounds is stroke and distance. You must go back to where you last played, add a penalty stroke, and replay. The gallery rule, one stroke drop, is not in the official rules of golf. Why it's misunderstood. Almost nobody in casual golf follows the actual rule because it's time-consuming. Many courses have adopted model local rule E5, two-stroke drop, but the one-stroke gallery rule is purely casual. What you should do. In competitions, follow stroke and distance or the specific local rule in effect. In casual play, know that you're using a house rule, not an official rule. Rule number 1. You can leave the flagstick. In the number 1 most misunderstood rule is that you can now leave the flagstick in when putting, but many American golfers still think it's a penalty. The misunderstanding. Golfers believe that if your ball hits the flagstick while putting from the green, you get a two-stroke penalty. The truth. Since 2019, you can leave the flagstick in the hole when putting from anywhere, including the green, with no penalty. You can also have it attended or removed. It's completely your choice. Why it's misunderstood. For over 100 years, hitting the flagstick while putting from the green was a two-stroke penalty. The 2019 rule change eliminated this penalty, but many golfers still follow the old rule. What you should do: leave the flagstick in if you want. It's legal and can actually help on longer putts by giving you a backstop. Don't worry about penalties that no longer exist. Why these misunderstandings persist. These misunderstood rules share common causes. Rule changes. Many misunderstandings stem from the 2019 rules modernization. Golfers who learned before 2019 are still playing by old rules. Casual golf culture. American casual golf has its own rules that differ from official rules, creating confusion about what's actually legal. Lack of rules. Education. Most golfers learn rules from playing partners, not from studying the actual rules of golf, so misinformation spreads. Complexity. The rules of golf are detailed and nuanced, making it easy to misunderstand or oversimplify them. Tradition. Some rules are just traditions that were never actually rules, but golfers believe they are because that's how we've always done it. How to learn the actual rules. If you want to stop playing by misunderstood rules, read the rules. The USGA offers a simplified player's edition of the rules of golf that's much easier to understand than the full rulebook. Stay updated. Rules change, so make sure you're following current rules, not rules from 10 years ago. Use official resources. The USGA app and website have rules, explanations, and videos that clarify common situations. Ask officials. If you're unsure in a competition, ask an official rather than guessing or following what your playing partners say. Verify common knowledge. Just because everyone does something doesn't mean it's actually a rule. Verify before assuming. Conclusion. So there you have it. America's most misunderstood golf rules. Remember, most of these misunderstandings come from outdated knowledge, casual golf traditions, or rules that changed in 2019. You're not alone if you've been playing by rules that don't exist or missing out on relief you're entitled to. The key is staying current with the actual rules of golf and not just following what your playing partners do. Golf is built on integrity and following the rules correctly, but you can't follow rules you don't understand. Take the time to learn the actual rules, especially the 2019 changes, and you'll play more confidently and correctly. Hit that like button if this cleared up rules you've been misunderstanding, and I'll see you on the course.